You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast-quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
Hey, my lean and lit lovelies. How's everybody doing? This is the Get Lean and Lit with Lindy podcast. So welcome back to our regular listeners. Hope everybody's doing well. We made it through the storm, so that's a good sign. This is the podcast for women 40 plus, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond who want to get strong, who want to get healthy, who may want to lose fat without doing anything extreme, anything too crazy. Just real looks at things and hacks and health initiatives that we can all do and incorporate into our daily lives. We don't do detox teas. We don't eat like birds or little toddlers. And we definitely are not pretending that we're never going to eat bread again. Okay? That is critical. So if you're a woman over 40 who wants to lose weight, you want to feel good in your body, and you want to do it in a way that makes sense for your life, you're in the right place. So welcome. Today's episode, when I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today and a title for the episode, today's episode is called Hot Potato Cool Results. And yes, that pun is intentional because today we're talking about cooling your carbs and how it can actually help with fat loss, blood sugar control, and your gut health. A very simple health hack that we're going to talk about today. But before you panic or get nervous, this isn't a meal prep. You have to meal prep perfectly for this to work type of episode. It's nothing like that. This is about making small changes, small shifts in what you're already doing, no suffering involved. Okay, so let's get started. What is resistant starch? Because this whole episode is based on an understanding of resistant starch. So let's start very simply. Resistant starch is a type of carbohydrate that resists digestion. Instead of breaking down quickly into glucose when you eat it and spiking your blood sugar, it passes through your small intestine and feeds the good bacteria in your gut. That's what resistant starch is. So just in normal speak, English speak, it's something that a carb that better helps you better control your blood glucose. It keeps you full longer, less insulin drama up and down, and happier digestion. So that's what we're talking about. And here's the cool part, literally. When you cook certain carbs like potatoes, rice, pasta, oats even, and then you let them cool, their structure actually changes. So this is a science experiment a little bit. Their structure changes. Some of that starch that's in the product, the food, becomes resistant starch. So it's not like you need anything fancy. You don't need supplements to do this. You just need time and a refrigerator. So, I like to share personal experiences and stories with you guys. So let me tell you about a long, complicated relationship that I've had with potatoes. Okay. There was a time, and maybe some of you guys have been there as well, when potatoes were absolutely forbidden in my diet. Too many carbs. Because carbs after 40, go straight to your thighs, right? I avoided them like they had personally wronged me. Potatoes. Then one summer, I made a big batch of roasted potatoes for my family as part of a side dish. They weren't finished during the meal, so I put the leftovers in the fridge. And the very next day, I got them out, tossed them in a salad with some olive oil, and added some chicken. And two things happened. Number one, after I ate it, I was full for hours. And number two, my blood sugar didn't do the usual up and down roller coaster thing. So that, of course, sent me down the research rabbit hole, as I am liking to go down. And boom, resistant starch was discovered by me. It's always been there, but I discovered it for myself and used it in my life. Potatoes became a normal food for me. They were no longer villains. And I realized that my all or nothing, black and white thinking was what was getting me into trouble. So why does resistant starch matter that much more after 40s, after 50s, and the older we get? So here's the thing. After 40, our bodies just handle and process carbs a lot differently than they did when we were younger. Because of hormonal shifts, declining estrogen, and changes in insulin sensitivity, we're more prone to blood sugar spikes when we eat carbs. We have harder crashes if we don't eat carbs in a certain manner. And the whole just eat less, move more way of staying healthy just doesn't really work anymore at a certain age. Or it works less, I should say. So resistant starch helps slow digestion and blunt those sugar spikes, which means you have less cravings after 3 p.m. You're not raiding the refrigerator or the pantry at 11 o'clock at night looking for chips or looking for candy. You have less, why am I hungry again? I just ate type of feelings. And you have more stable energy. So it's not about eating more carbs. It's just about eating the carbs smarter. So the next story I want to share with you, that's a personal story for me, is involving pasta. Now, pasta is one of those foods. It's a love-hate thing for a lot of people, but I used to just love pasta, spaghetti, all kind of noodles, that kind of a thing. I used to eat pasta like it was going out of style, as we used to say back in the day, because I thought it might be my last time eating it. Either I was being super good with my diet and not eating any pasta at all, or I was literally elbow deep in a bowl thinking, well, I ruined my day already, so let's keep going with the pasta. One day I ended up cooking pasta. I stuck the leftovers in the refrigerator and I had them the next day with proteins and veggies. I had made turkey spaghetti, which is one of the things a staple in my diet. I realized I had no food coma, no bloating, and I didn't feel bad about eating the pasta that I was eating. So that was a huge mindset shift for me specifically, because sustainability isn't about perfection. And I had to learn that. And I'm here to tell you, sustainability is not about perfection. It's about patterns, creating patterns that you can live with. That's what sustainability in health looks like to me. So how do you actually use what I'm telling you in real life? You know, I like to make things as practical as possible. So let's talk about it. So carbs that work well for cooking and then cooling so that they can turn into resistant starch are potatoes, as we've talked about, rice, all types of rice, white, brown, black rice, all of your pastas, oats, and even beans and lentils. So this is how you actually execute this. This is how you do it. You cook your carb normally, how you normally would cook it, whether you're cooking on a stovetop, whether you're cooking it in a rice cooker or whatever, however you're cooking it. You take them out, you let them cool in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours. And then after those 12 hours are over, you either can eat them cold or heat them up, because reheating them is fine. Resistant starch doesn't disappear. So you can reheat the leftovers and enjoy them. But let me tell you something. This is what I'm telling you today is not a license for you to just go crazy with carbs. We're not talking about that. Just plain carbs, just eating carbs, carbs, carbs. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about pairing these resistant starch induced carbs with protein, with fiber, and with healthy fats. You still have to wrap your carbs with other macronutrients for them to be as healthy as possible, for you to optimize the health of eating these carbs. The combo between carbs, protein, fiber, and healthy fats is where the magic happens, okay? So here's my last personal story. It's a little less glamorous, but still very real. There was a period where my digestion was, I'm going to call it unpredictable, if you know what I mean. Very unpredictable. I ended up adding more resistant starches intentionally. So I cooled rice. I had cooled rice bowls. I had bean salads, potato salads made with olive oil instead of mayo. All the things that helps with my gut health and improved my gut dramatically. So I had less bloating, more regular digestion like clockwork, and honestly better moods because your gut talks to your brain. It's often said that your gut is your second brain because they're that intertwined. And resistant starch helps keep the conversation between your gut and your brain very friendly because your brain loves it when your gut is healthy, and your gut loves healthy resistant starches. So all in all, here's the bottom line. You don't have to eat fewer carbs. You don't have to fear carbs. A lot of people are on these low carb diets. They're on these keto diets. They just are going so extreme and they're not really sustainable. Because if you don't eat carbs for 5 years and then you decide you want to eat a piece of birthday cake, all hell's going to break loose. So we don't need to fear carbs. I am not on board with extremes. You don't need another reset. You don't need a cleanse. Sometimes the most powerful changes are boring and they're science-backed. And I love science and I love to research this stuff. So listen to the science. If you do things that are science-backed and they're repeatable and they become habits, you're in like Flynn. So cook your carbs, then cool them, and then eat them with intention. That's it. So if this episode helped you to rethink carbs in your life, even just a little bit, share it with a friend who still thinks potatoes are the devil, okay? And if you're loving the show, please leave a review because it helps other women find sustainable and healthy life hacks. It's that simple. So until next time, until we meet again, keep it real, keep it consistent, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye.
I'm Shaletta Brundage.
And I'm Patrice Bailey.
Food entrepreneurs are struggling right now. But listen, you don't have to do it by yourself.
That's right, because the Minnesota Department of Agriculture is here to help. Join us on Monday, February 2nd for a free lunch and learn at 11 o'clock.
Wait, did you say free?
I said free.
That's my favorite word.
And you'll love this even better because attendees will get information about grants that help support their farm, food, manufacturing, or cottage food business.
Y'all better hurry up and sign up because space is limited.
So because of that, go to mda.state.mn.us and go to the events page to get registered.
We'll see you there.
Want to own a home, especially your first? Well then, welcome home to the Old National Bank Down Payment Assistance Program. We're here to help you from start to finish and make getting a mortgage a little easier. Plus, you may be eligible for up to $15,000 to use toward your down payment. How's that for a little easier? Everyone deserves a place to call home and a bank to help get them there. Connect with an Old National mortgage lender to learn more. Old National Bank. Get old in your new home.
Hey, it's your girl Shaletta. Are you over there running low on your insulin supply and worried how you're going to pay for it? Minnesota's Insulin Safety Net programs got you covered. If you have less than a 7-day supply of insulin, you can get a 30-day refill for just $35 at any Minnesota pharmacy. Go to mninsulin.org today, print out the application, complete the form, and just take it into your pharmacy. Go to mninsulin.org.